James, guilty. That's the verdict in the Wendy Fisher murder trial. Fisher was shot and killed outside her home after police say she yelled at the car to slow down as it passed by her house. Trayon Washington and Pat Brown were convicted in that death. Local 15's Darwin Singleton has been following this entire trial. Darwin?
3 days of testimony, about 4 hours of deliberation, and the jury came back with 2 guilty verdicts. Of course, Trayon Washington, accused of pulling the trigger that killed Wendy Fisher, and Pat Brown, his brother, we learned during the trial, is the person driving the car that brought them all to this point where they met together in front of Wendy Fisher's house. Now, we talked to both mothers just before they left. One bitterly disappointed, the other one bittersweet exhilaration as she finally got what she considers justice for her daughter. Listen to what Charlene Washington had to say and Carol Fisher.
I know my son is not the killer. The killer is still out there, and God would not fail me.
What are you going to say to your son? I imagine you'll be seeing him in the next little bit. What are you going to say to him?
I'm going to tell my son I'm sorry, but keep praying. The truth will come out one day. It's going to happen.
It's been very difficult as a mother and as a father to sit through a trial and listen to people tell the story over and over about how our daughter's life was taken. But all through those times we kept waiting for justice. That's what we were waiting for, was justice.
Now, Prosecutor Jennifer Wright faced defense attorney Art Powell head-on in closing arguments, also Jason Darley, co-counsel for Brown. They really had, I called it the Clash of Titans. It was one of those closing arguments that you would almost expect to see in a courtroom drama on television. 2 very, very strong attorneys. We'll be talking with some of those coming up in just a few minutes at 12:30 to get their thoughts on this very intense trial that finally wrapped up just a little while ago with guilty verdicts for both Trayon Washington and Pat Brown for the murder of Wendy Fisher. We're live at the courthouse. Darwin Singleton, Local 15 News.